have a chance to try out a new camera, Lumix S5 II, and even brought with me to Japan to shoot some videos. You can say I'm not a professional or a videographer, but do make some mini YouTube videos from time to time, so I won't be going in depth, but we'll be talking about the best features and cons of this camera. Okay, first up, spec beast. So this camera can shoot up to 6K, 422 10-bit and 14.2 stops of dynamic range, basically a very high quality video format, and best of all, this can shoot open gate, which allows you to shoot a 4:3 aspect ratio, which you can then reframe to a horizontal and vertical content such as YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Reels, whichever platform you want, making this a high quality multi-platform social media beast. Stabilization. This is Lumix's long-time greatest strength. So unlike other camera systems out there that relies heavily on digital stabilization, which will have a 10 to 20% crop, Lumix's strength is actually the optical stabilization, which requires no crop. You can check out all my previous video which uses my outdated G85, and the stabilization is impeccable, and S5 II further improved on that, so I don't really need to say much. This is Lumix's greatest strength. Real-time LUT. So this is probably the best features that this camera have, and what this does is actually bake the LUT directly onto the video, skipping some of the post-production process. And this is especially great for social media content creators who want to do quick edits or just want to directly upload the content directly to the social media. This is actually really great features to have. Not only that, this also works on photography as well, basically the most efficient way of film emulation at its best. Ergonomics, menu and software features. So ergonomics wise, this is actually pretty much the same as my outdated Lumix G85. It has the same rubberized textured body, a very nice big hand grip, and the buttons layouts are all very well placed, even better than my G85. And also a flip out screen that is great for vlogging. And the touchscreen is very responsive. The menu is very easy to navigate to as well. Overall, I would say it's really good user experience. And software features, I already talked about one of them, that is real-time LUT, and there are many more such as shutter angle, which is going to be life-changing for many professionals, and synchro scan, and even histogram, and many more other features. It's just packed with a lot of features. Do go and check it out yourself. Lastly, autofocus. This is the biggest upgrade across the whole Lumix lineup that is going from contrast detect to phase detect autofocus. Lumix cameras has always been plagued by bad autofocus, but right now with this camera, people are saying this is as good as Sony. For my personal testing, I think it's still right below, but it's a close second right behind. So for those who are looking to upgrade their old Lumix camera, this may be the one to go for right now. So those were the best features, and people have always been saying Lumix cameras are always an autofocus from being perfect, and right now with the phase detect autofocus, is it really the best? Let's talk about cons. Recording format options. So S5 II actually do have many recording formats options, all the way from 1080 to 6K, but they are missing a few key ingredients, that is 4K 60 and 4K 120p. So they do have 4K 60, but it's an APS-C crop which crops in like 20 to 30%, but at the same time you do have 1080p slow-mo up to 180, but the autofocus will default to contrast-based detect autofocus, which means the autofocus will be slower. So overall, I would say this is one of the biggest deal breaker. I think it's not as future-proof enough in the slow-mo section as compared to many other cameras out there. heavy pro lenses. So I'm not talking about their kit lens. Kit lenses are actually really good. What I'm talking about are the pro lenses, specifically the ones that I use, that is 25 f1.4 and 24 to 70 f2.8. I actually brought the 24 to 70 to Japan to test it out, and I actually gave up on the second day. They are actually really heavy, so both of these lenses are actually 1 kg each. So if you plus the body, it's a total of 1.7 kg that you need to lug around for shoots. Some professionals, they are fine with this weight, but if you prefer portability, this may not be the one to go for. But what I do recommend is the Sigma lenses, that is 16 to 28 mm and 28 to 70. Both lenses are half the weight of both lenses that I talked about previously. So hopefully by the second or third rendition, they will shave off some of the weight of their pro lenses. And some minor cons, the initial startup actually takes a while, but subsequently it will be fine, but that's something to take note of. And the new autofocus, sometimes it gets quirky, but it works most of the time, but sometimes it does get irritating when it doesn't work. Hopefully it will be further improved with software updates. And that concludes the best features and cons of this camera. Despite all the cons and the caveat that this camera have, I still think that this is one of the best for YouTube and social media content, solely because of the 6K 3:2 aspect ratio open gate, and also the superior optical stabilization, which you can do run and gun without the need of gimbal, and also the high quality format allows you to shoot 10-bit 422 and tons of features that's packed inside. And not forgetting the price that I'm not talking about, it actually undercuts a lot of the competitor in the full frame market world, so making this a really valuable camera to get right now. So I fully recommend this camera for YouTube and social media content. That's all about what I want to say. See you guys in the next vlog. Ciao, bye. By the way, I actually have already returned the S5 Mark II. This is actually the G9 Mark II. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, do like and subscribe, and do check out other videos. Bye.